Y'all ever heard the saying, it's cheaper to keep her? Well, how about not dealing with her at all? Today, I want to talk to y'all about these celebrities, these football players, these rappers, these basketball players who continue to humiliate themselves, all in the name of a pretty face. Yes, that's exactly what they do. They humiliate themselves all in the name of a pretty face. Because what man doesn't want a pretty woman on his arm? All men do. That's a fact. And when I say all, I'm talking about a majority of men. Most men do. They want somebody pretty on them. They want a woman who is fit, of course. They want a woman who is feminine, of course, who is beautiful, of course, because you as a man, you don't work hard, bust your ass, wake up early every morning, in that gym, shooting, on that field, running, in front of that computer, typing. You don't do all that work for no reason at all. That would be ludicrous. What man wouldn't want a prize at the end, right? Right. And that's exactly what some of these celebrities, athletes, whatever you want to call them, believe they are doing whenever they get with one of these women that they date. But here's the problem, folks. Here's the problem. A lot of these women that they're dating are not worth it. Let me repeat that for y'all. A lot of the women that they are dating, they're just not worth it. Because these women are being passed around like a cigarette. These women are being passed around like a 40. These women are being passed around like the flu. And I'm talking about from athlete to athlete to athlete to rapper to actor. Yeah. This is the reason why there are some celebrities out there that share the same baby mamas. There goes our favorite term. They share the same baby mamas. And that's exactly what they are creating out there. Baby mamas, broken homes. And you want to know what's crazy is that the women, on the other hand, the women, they are actually preying on these men. How do I know? We're about to get into that with the case of Tyreek Hill and his ongoing divorce, which is said to be the costliest divorce in NFL history. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? That is the reason why I said it's not worth it, but it's not my money. It's his. Before we continue with the video, though, I need y'all to do 3 things for me. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this video so someone else can do the very same thing. And if they don't, we're going to send Tyreek Hill after them. Now, Tyreek is battling a divorce after being married for 17 months. Yes, y'all heard me correctly. 17 months, you do the math. Not long at all. Not long at all. And some of the things that his ex-wife is being awarded proves to you why men should not get married, will not get married, and don't want to get married. This is the reason why marriage is not made for a man. Everyone knows this. It's not. Because a woman is actually rewarded for leaving. She is incentivized for leaving. She has a reason to leave. A man doesn't. Even if the man leaves, he still gets punished for it. And I'm talking about everything stripped from him, from his finances, his business, his material gains, to his children. Most importantly of all, his children will be stripped from him. They give you visitation, as if that's enough. For some men, that's not enough. For other men, they don't care. They could care less. They could care less. That's why you heard about the basketball player, I forget his name, who paid off, his child support. He paid all of it up. $1 million in child support. He paid all of it up and said he doesn't want anything to do with the mother or the child. Now, that's nasty work. Coming from him as a man, that's nasty work. I don't know who raised him, but that's nasty work. It's not me. I'm not going to speak on them because I don't know the full details to that story, but I do know that these men are doing it to themselves. These athletes are doing it to themselves. We can't blame anyone but these athletes, even though we know that these women prey on these athletes. That is the reason why a lot of these athletes are sharing the same women. They have kids with the same women. These women put themselves out there. They bring themselves amongst these athletes. They find their way to the parties. They find their way to VIP. They find their way to the yachts. They find their way in their cars. And then they find their ways to the bed. Yes, these women are preying on these men. And of course, these women look good. They're IG models or so-called baddies. And y'all know what I say a baddie is. A baddie is a woman who is going to be down bad years from now because she is not going to have a legacy to leave behind at all. No type of family, nothing at all. Just because you have kids doesn't mean you have a family. Think about that for a second. If you don't have the man in that household, if that man is not taking care of you, if that man is not providing for you, if that man is not loving on you, teaching you, guiding you, you don't have a family. And so what do you truly have except for some kids? And that's what a lot of these women have. They just have kids. That's it. They're popping out kids. And you have to remember, some of these women who have kids with the likes of Future, the likes of Bow Wow, the likes of Zion Williamson, who share the same baby mothers, guess what? These women know exactly what they're doing because she's getting $50K from him, she's getting $50K from him, she's getting $50K from him. She got 5 kids by 5 different celebrities. You really think this happened by luck? We don't believe in luck over here. No, it's by design. She designed it that way. She is set for life. But guess what though? All she has is her money and kids. She's going to get some D from some other men because you got to think about something. Other men are not going to be able to live up to these celebrities. So you really think she's ever going to find a man? No, she's not. She's going to find nothing but D around the corner. She's going to get D down and that is it. She's going to have these kids, raise these kids on her own by herself, trust and believe. Unless she does find the sucker. And that sucker is still going to be below her because she's getting $150K. She got 3 kids by 3 celebrities. And who are you? You're not even a celebrity. You really think you can live up to those men? No, you can't. Not to mention, honestly, I'll be real with you, most of the time, these men still have access to these women. They're still able to smash these women, yes. Raise your hands if you believe me. These men still, you know this. This is the reason why I do not and will not wife up a woman with kids. I will not do it. Most of the time, the kid's father has access to this woman. I don't care what you say. It's a fact. I've been through it. I've witnessed it. All of that. Yes. And so these women know exactly what they're doing. But here's the crazy thing about the Tyreek Hill incident is that he already, you know he plays for the Miami Dolphins, of course, and he was nicknamed Cheetah because of his lightning speed. So my man has been putting in work. He's been getting that money in there, right? And the court said that he has to provide his wife with $20K to $50K every month. You heard me correctly. He has to provide his wife with $20 to $50K every month. She said that this is what she was getting as an allowance, as a debit allowance on a debit card every month to spend. Now, I'm sorry, if I'm rich and my wife wants to spend that much money, she needs that much money every month, it's not happening. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not happening. This is the reason why I truly believe that these men, these young men were not taught properly. They didn't have fathers in their lives. There's no way they had fathers in their lives because your father is going to tell you that your wife spending $20 to $50K a month is stupid. It's ludicrous. It's out of this world. On what? For what? I don't care if I'm rich. On what? What are you spending that type of money on? And it's not being cheap. No, it's called generational wealth. It's called money that we can do other things with. Things that we can buy, businesses we can start, money we can leave our kids instead of you spending it. So now he's having to shell this much money out every month. You have to think about what that does to a man's bank account. Not to mention, I did watch Cam Newton with my own eyes say that he is going broke now because the NFL money is not coming in anymore. And guess what? You know how many kids he's got. You know how many kids Cam Newton has. So he has to pay child support for all of these kids. And it's not $100 a month. It's not $200 a month. It's not $10,000 a month. He's paying a hefty price. For what? For busting a nut. That's exactly what he did. He busted a nut. He didn't start any families. He has all these women out here that have his kids. He didn't start any families. He busted a nut. And he's paying for that nut. Crazy, right? Right. When you're having to pay that much for sex, because that's exactly what it is. And these women know that what they're doing is close to prostitution, honestly, because they're out for the bag. These women want the money. And so these men who are not raised properly, and if anybody gets offended by this, hey, it is what it is because it's the truth. I don't care. When I'm speaking the truth, I say what's on my mind. And it's the truth. These men were not raised properly. And so, do you know what ends up happening? These men end up going on IG and finding these women, flying them out. These men end up spending all this money on these women. These men end up believing the lies that these women tell them, and then they wife them up, put a ring on their fingers, have a baby by them, and then guess what? In 17 months, you're getting divorced. In 17 months, you're getting a divorce. Not to mention, he also must provide her, his ex-wife, access, who, by the way, her last name is 𝐓𝐲𝐫𝐞𝐞, who, by the way, her first name is 𝐇𝐢𝐥𝐥𝐬, Miss 𝐇𝐢𝐥𝐿 𝐓𝐲𝐫𝐞𝐞, however you pronounce it. Pretty woman. Pretty woman. I wouldn't touch her with your D, though. You want to know why? Because I know what these women are after. And it's sickening to see these men fall victim to it. It's crazy to me because they weren't raised right. And I'm going to keep telling y'all that. Now, it's crazy that he still has to allow her access. She still has access to their $5.5 million mansion while he pays for everything, the utilities, all of it, everything. He's still paying for the mansion, but she has it. Crazy, right? Right. Now, after a few years of doing this, how much money do you think Tyreek Hill is going to have left? Think about that for a second. So that means all your hard work, everything that you've done, this woman, who also was awarded $500K. She was awarded $500K. That's not including the $20 to $50K that he has to pay her every month for something that they call status quo spending. Which means that he has to keep up her lifestyle. He has to keep up her lifestyle. And then, and then she also got $100,000K to buy a new car. She wanted to push his car, his Bentley Balenciaga SUV that is valued at $200K. The judge says, no, he's going to give you $100K for your own car. Do y'all see a pattern here? $100K for your own car on top of the $5.5 million mansion that you get to use at your discretion, on top of the $20 to $50K you pay him every month. Do y'all see a pattern here? But you want to know what's crazy? These men are going to continue doing this same shit, this very same shit. And of course, you're going to say it's their money. You're absolutely right. I'm not mad about it. We're just discussing how stupid these men are. So that some man out there, some young man out there who's going to make it somewhere in acting, in sports, anything, I hope you see this video and it hits you. It hits home. Stop spending money and time on these women who aren't worth it. Because here's another thing, right? All this money that Tyreek Hill is shelling out, what has she done for him? I'll wait. What has she actually done for him? I'll wait. Exactly. Not a damn thing. She hasn't done anything. But she's collecting all of this money. During their marriage, you want to know what she probably did? And this isn't me even guessing. I know she didn't do much for him, except give him some butt and look pretty on his arm. I'll be real with you. That's exactly what she did. Because a woman that's getting $20 to $50K, you really think she's in the kitchen cooking? You really think she's grabbing a vacuum or a broom and sweeping things up? You really think she's picking up the kids from school? No. No, we're eating out every night. None of that. We have a nanny. We have a maid. I'm getting $20 to $50K a month. I'm not doing any house chores, and that's exactly how these women think. And when I say these women, I'm talking about these women that these athletes keep falling for, keep buying their lies, keep marrying, keep believing that they actually want to be with them when all they want is their money, and these men just want something pretty on their arms. I guess it goes hand in hand, right? I guess one hand washes the other. I guess it is transactional, as we've been saying. All relationships are transactional. You do for me and I do for you. But here's the crazy part about this situation that these athletes find themselves in. You're shelling out a whole lot. What is that woman shelling out and doing for you? I'll wait. See, most of them cannot tell you because they don't add any value to these men's lives except for looking pretty on their arms. And here's the kicker. These men go out and cheat anyway. So it's not even about the box anymore. It's not even about having something pretty on your arm anymore, because these men still go out and cheat with who? Guess what? None other than another IG model. They fly out another IG model. That's exactly what they do. And here's something that you may not believe either. She is said to have used his debit card to send her mother money. She also requested $11 million. They actually reduced it to $457,517 to the penny. Still to be paid by Tyreek Hill. He still hasn't paid it yet. Yeah. But she wanted $11 million. Do y'all see a pattern here? Young man, and I'm speaking to you. You work hard. You bust your ass to make it. You study hard. You lift those weights. Whatever it is you're doing, you do all of this. Not to find a good woman, not to find a woman of substance, not to find a woman who doesn't just want to use you for what you can provide, for the lifestyle, for your money. No. You don't find a woman who will take care of you. No. You find a woman who actually just wants to use you. And I guess that's what these athletes want. Because if it wasn't, then they wouldn't continue sleeping with the same damn women. Until next time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content.